to About That Action. I am your host, Will, where I interview people from all across the world who taking change and understand that it doesn't take just reading or just writing books, and understand that change only comes with taking action. And it's because of that action, I'm here with my new guest, Chink the Chimp. Appreciate it, good man. Appreciate it, bro. So, you asked me I want to do the interview. I hit you up. You asked me to come here into SOUNDGATE studio, right? So, can you talk to me about the significance? Why you chose this? Why you chose to do it right here, and what's the significance of getting it done right here?
I chose Soundgate because, like, it's like home. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm comfortable here, so I know you could be comfortable here.
Right.
And it's also a studio I record in. So it's just also to show love to the home studio as well.
Right. Just so the people can know, I want them to know what's your name and how do you get your name?
My name is Chink the Champ. Chink came from a girl. She actually just started calling me Chink.
Mm-hmm.
She was calling me Chinky. I'm like, nah, take that wow. You know what I'm saying? She started calling me Chink. That was when I was young, about like 14 or something like that.
Okay.
And the champ came from when I was incarcerated. We had this little football league. We won a championship.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just being cocky. You know what I'm saying? Walking around the compound like, yeah, y'all call me the champ. Matter of fact, call me Chink the Champ.
Okay. I want to jump into a little bit of music real quick. I was first introduced you from where we work at, and I mean we kind of passed each other, talked a few words and stuff. But I got introduced to your music from a track, and I don't know the name of the title, but it's Dead President track.
Right.
Talk about that, man. Talk about. I feel like he was kind of even paying homage to Jay, and when I heard the track, it didn't sound like anything that was going on at this particular time. Like the music that was going on right now, it didn't sound like that.
Right.
Talk about that track and talk about if you were paying homage to Jay and the significance of that.
Jay-Z, he like one of my favorite rappers.
Right.
He probably is my favorite rapper. And I like that song, The Dead President. I like the song and like the beat. But I was just in here just playing around one day and like, man, fuck, I'm bored. I really was just bored, needed something to do, so I just recorded that. It was a freestyle, it was off the top of the head. You know what I'm saying? It just went how it went.
It felt good. It felt to me from back home. It felt like a New York vibe. I don't know if you was kind of going for that, but you said nah. Well, to me, it felt like that because, dude. So you say you wasn't trying to. It was no New York vibe, cool. But you know how New York always talking about lyrics. Lyrics does matter, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that still matter? And how for you?
To me, it still matters. Because that's the type of music I like to listen to. You know what I'm saying? I like to hear some bars. I want to hear somebody say some slick shit.
Right.
And me personally, I try to say slick shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, yeah, punchlines and shit like that.
And I listen to the young boys' music today, but if it don't have meaning, like for me, I can't. Like I like the slick bars. I like the punchline. I like listening to the Jay or Jada Kiss or the Lloyd Banks. That for me, I'm 36 years old. For me, lyrics totally matter. And I could get with the new age and new stuff that's going on.
Yeah.
But if it's not, if you're not saying anything, that shit is only for the club for me.
Yes. Now it's like everybody is just like making music off their feelings. And sometimes, like, I understand, like, just from making music, being an artist, I understand that sometimes being just relatable is better than saying a whole bunch of words, though.
Right.
Sometimes.
I agree. I agree.
So I think, like, the listener, the fans, it's just all, I think music is also just based off of opinion. You know what I'm saying? Opinion.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could say Lil Wayne a better rapper, and you could say Jadakiss a better rapper.
And the region.
Yeah, and then the region also plays a big part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because like most people, I think most people that live like below like Maryland,
Right.
more so gonna gravitate to that South
So
region.
that okay.
You know
No,
what
I
I'm
agree.
saying?
I agree.
Majority from
I
what I
agree.
see.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people, like I said, like Delaware and up, they going to
Probably the East
they
over there,
going in
over
that
to
East
New
Coast
York type of
vibes, New
stuff.
York vibe, Philly vibe. You know what I'm saying?
But I would also say internet made a bigger internet will make a person that from Cali sound like you from New York,
Facts,
and vice versa. Like I hear people from New York that sound like they from down the south. So
facts.
that makes a big difference. Talk about who you listen to right now and their influence on I guess maybe you and also your music.
I don't think I listen. I don't think nobody I listen to actually influence my music, but who I'm listening to right now, Lil Baby, Meek Mill, my shit, of course. Um, Jay-Z, but he ain't really like dropping shit right
Now
now.
he ain't
But
drop, but his shit's always
his
classic.
shit always relevant
You
though.
could 100%, 100%.
Um, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I listen to I don't really listen to too much.
And we had I had that same conversation with a lot of people like from DC, and like we were just speaking before, a lot it's just localized. I know it's the Go Go. A lot of y'all listen to is neighborhood people that's in your neighborhood, or just a lot of Go Go and stuff like that.
Um, I guess you could say that, right? But people here like people love music from people other than here. That's not
Right,
from here. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
right.
for real. Um,
But my understanding is it that y'all kind of been, I guess, closed in. I swear, everybody I speak to from DC didn't really say they wasn't introduced to outside music until like a few years ago.
nah, man, nah.
They
We just
they'll hear Jay Z,
dudes here
they'll
just
hear
like
Jada, they'll hear those things, but
nah. I wouldn't say that because like my old heads, like some of their favorite rappers is Scarface,
I took the words
Jay
right out of my
Z.
mouth, bro.
Um, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So Go Go was the thing here. Like we just started like becoming a rap city,
Right.
a city that you know what I'm saying. We didn't like, from what I know, like it wasn't no big name artists from here back in the day.
Okay.
When
Okay.
Jay-Z was starting to come up, it wasn't no big name artists here.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
It was
That makes
always
sense.
go-go. We had our own culture here. Like
Right.
go-go was a thing. People having a show. They got go-go bands that sold out fucking Capital One. I mean not Capital One, what's that where the Bullets used to play at? The Capitol Center.
Okay.
You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So
Okay.
like it was just a culture thing here. And now in my generation, rap music has like taken
Yeah, they're
over.
taking over
When I was
every
16,
genre.
when I was 16, 15, we wanted to have go-go bands.
Okay.
Now these 15, 16, 18, 17 year olds, they want to have record labels.
Okay.
So that's what's changed. But we always been like, we've been fans of music here,
Okay.
Biggie, Pop.
Okay. um, wh- who would you say that's kind of taking over? That's taking a DC on their back right now.
Right now, shit. There's a lot of artists out here right now, bro.
But who you
Like,
think who you think got it? Like can say like yo he represents DC the most.
I can't really say, you know what I'm saying? I think everybody pretty much rep here. We got like, I think within like the last 2 years, bro, probably like been 15 to 16 artists been signed from here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? 3 Black, Q the Fool.
Oh, I didn't hear from DC.
Who?
Q
3
the
Black
Fool.
from DC. Q the Fool is from PG.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, but it's like, PG County, DC, that
Yeah,
shit right.
y'all claim Logic.
Logic from Montgomery County.
He don't count.
I mean, he from here. Salute to him, you know what I'm saying? He did his thing.
I was, to doing this interview, I do a lot of research and stuff like that. I watched one of your interviews where you was talking about being competitive. I was just recently reading the book 50 Joint Hustle Hard, Hustle Smarter, and he mentioned competitive being a necessary part to success and to making it. Can you talk on that?
Yeah, I'm very competitive, bro.
Right.
Like, we could be playing cards, we playing spades. I don't. If you're on my team, bro, I hope you competitive, cause I'm gonna be mad if we lose. Like
Right.
for real, like. And everything I do, I was having a conversation with my man about this shit the other day. Like, if you're not a sore loser, I don't want you on my team.
Right. Oh, you want somebody to
Like,
some emotion.
Yeah, it's that because that showed me like we care. I care about winning, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It means something to me to win, and whatever I'm doing. So I need my teammate to be the same way. I need my teams to be the same way. Everybody just be competitive because that's just me in nature. Everything I do, I want to win, bro.
Nah, I'm hip. It's the only way to go.
Losing, like, even though you learn from a loss, of course, right? You should. It's a lesson every loss. But if you're not mad that you just lost,
then you
ain't care for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
Right. No, I agree. With all the stuff going on, just it always seems like hip hop is just they're competitive, but it's always feel like there's no real like love, no camaraderie, right? I've seen you just from the Facebook or Instagram, how you show love to the even the artist I did last week, Punchy and his crew. Why do you think that showing love and showing that camaraderie amongst people from your city or outside the city is so relevant and so important?
It's strength in numbers, bro. For real, it's really strength in numbers. The more people doing something on one accord, the bigger the movement become. You know what I'm saying? You look at like how Atlanta moving.
Right.
They winning because they fuck with each other.
Right.
It's no other. If it was just Young Thug just working with strictly just Young Thug and his man, Young Thug, I'm not gonna say he wouldn't be as big as he was, but he wouldn't have been putting on as many people. Like, it's about helping the next motherfucker, bro. Like, you can't be selfish and thinking like, oh damn, I came up, I did it by myself, so you gotta do it by yourself. Like, that's some selfish shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm 100%. Up. Now I can shine a light on my man.
Right.
He can shine light on his man. He can shine light on his man. So I could throw a oop that can feed 20 families. You know what I'm saying? Just over me fucking with somebody, because it's a business.
Right.
A business, you want to make money. The more people that we could touch, the more money we could potentially make.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we fuck with each other. That'll show other cities that, like, damn, we could go there because them niggas ain't gonna be on no bullshit. They gonna be on business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. What do you consider a wasted life?
What I consider a wasted life?
It's wasted.
When you don't live up to your potential.
Right.
Because you got people that's out here that could be like the best of the best, but they won't use their potential that God gave them or the talents that God gave them. Because we got all of us, I think, have multiple talents.
Right.
But
how do you get someone that doesn't know tap into that? Or maybe they do know, but how do they tap into it? Because you have there's a million distractions, right? You got a lot of shit outside of you making your music. You ain't have to come here. You ain't even have to get that album done. You could be a person that's just talking about doing it and just shit never get done. There's so much shit coming our way. So how do a person tap into that?
I think first is just knowledge of yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you know that you can do something, you have to now look at what does distract you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What distracts me? And you break that down, boom, all right, well, cool. I know that Instagram distract me. Let me just delete this Instagram for a minute until I fully focus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Take like a sacrifice. You have to want it for
so
one.
You think it's about knowing the distraction that's ahead of you and eliminating those things.
Eliminating them things. And then also, bro, like putting yourself around people that is doing what you want to do. And find a mentor, find something. You get what I'm saying? Find somebody that can help you through it. Cause everybody don't know what they can do until, like you said, a coach sees it. Like, oh damn, he can throw the ball really good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
let me try to, when you put yourself around certain types of people, they can help you.
Help
you know
mold you.
Help mold you and shape
Right.
yourself. Because some people can see what you can't see.
Right. Nah, I agree. You said something about a mentor. Did you have one?
I got a few now. You know what I'm saying?
But okay, so can you? I guess the difference between you when you was younger and didn't have one. Describe the difference between when you was younger and didn't have one, and now that you do have one. What's the major difference?
When I was younger, I still had like older people around me. Like I would say a mentor, but it was more so onto the wrong path.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's a good
so
point.
So like I had people that was older than me that I looked up to that was telling me like, "Hey, go. This how you hustle. This how the streets work." Ooh, that was showing me the wrong shit though.
Right.
But now I know better. Now,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As I grown up, my mind matured. I know better. Like I don't need your help to do that shit.
Right.
I can find some other motherfuckers that's doing the right shit.
Right.
That I fuck with, and that's that fuck with me. That's gonna show me like, look, this how you open this business, how you start as LLC, this how you start this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just you knowing where you want to go in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Let's talk about DC and let's talk. How did you grow up? Let's talk about DC and how you grew up.
I grew up in PG County.
Okay.
I ain't from the city.
Oh, okay. That's something. That's something new. Okay.
Yeah, I'm from PG.
Okay.
I grew up in like the Lanham, Riverdale area. I got family.
It's pretty much close, right? Like
it's pretty much close. I got family in DC. I got family in Baltimore. So
okay.
I one of them dudes from Maryland that I could go wherever. I ain't say I could go wherever I want to go, but I can go where I want to go pretty much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But growing up in PG ain't too far off from growing up in the city. You know what I'm saying? We still going to the same little go-go's, seeing the same females for real.
So you consider yourself DC or?
I'm from Maryland.
Okay,
I'm from Maryland. I'm from Maryland. I love the city though. Like,
right.
That's home still.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's all love. It ain't like I can't go in the city or I never been in the city and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do we help the youth? I know we touched a little bit about it like before this interview, but how do we help them? You being a youth, I mean not being a youth, but you being around and been in this area and stuff like that. How do we help the youth? Not just here, but just globally. Like I had not to cut you off, but I had a conversation, interview when I did with Punchy, and he was like, have somebody mentors, one like you said, and also have a regular person come up and talk to him. He was saying when he was younger, he ain't have no business person talk to him, no regular dude talk to him and try to pull him up. And not that he didn't want to hear or not that he want to listen. They ain't even give him the time of day. Right. He might have want to listen to them.
Right.
But how do we help the youth?
First I think you got to understand them for one. That's the first way to help anybody, understanding what it is that they need or what they going through.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like really understanding it without no judgment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like understanding, and then you can't tell them to do this.
And you out there doing something.
And you out there doing something, or
right.
If they just say they in the streets and they just say they hustling, they doing whatever they doing in the streets, they getting money in the streets, boom. We know that's wrong, and that he may know that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not showing him if you can't substitute something to help him eat, it's kind of hard to talk to him.
Right. So it's something like growing up. You know I don't know the particular word, but the little triangle, the Maslow. It's the Maslow diagram where you got to satisfy a person needs first before you can even get him to focus on books.
Exactly.
So he needs food, he needs shelter, he needs safety. He needs these things first before he's not even listening to you, and those needs are met.
Right.
Off the rip.
Because he gonna look at it like I looked at it when I was younger, like, you buying me these shoes?
Right.
Last time I checked, I'm buying these shoes. You know what I'm saying?
And I might be taking care of my whole family.
And you don't never know that.
And
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, all right, well, if you gonna help, I can make $10,000 this week.
Right.
Is you gonna help me make $10,000 this week?
Right.
If not,
Go ahead. Go
get
on with
lost.
yourself.
You get
Right.
what I'm saying? So we gotta be able to put them in positions to win, even when we take them away from how they feel they winning, and then also be positive with them, bro. Like we be doing shit as I think like as our culture. We make the good bad and make the bad good.
And that's listen, I said that to someone. I said we always turn something negative into something,
Yeah,
Like we don't, and that's a lot of the stuff that's generational, bro.
yeah,
Like why do we make the negative look cool as shit? We make that shit look dope. And then you're a square for wanting to go to school,
yeah, right,
and going to school every day and doing what you're a square.
right,
Even right now, even if you're in a full blown legit relationship, you around your boys, you look like a square for never cheating, never doing nothing
right. You
in that
look wild,
relationship. But you cool if you out there cheating.
doing your thing. You cool. You out here.
Why do you think that? Why
I don't.
culture?
People just like negativity, dog.
It is people, but I also feel like our culture. It looked towards the negative, man. I never understood that.
Yeah, I like now that I'm growing up, bro, and I'm really just thinking about. I be thinking about so
Shit
much
fucked
shit.
up.
I be like, damn, man, we just fucked up for real.
Fucked up,
You
yo.
know what I'm
Like the way we
saying?
think, bro.
Cause we think backwards as shit. Like I said, it's or like you said, it's cool to tote a gun, but it ain't cool to go to school.
Right. Like I don't understand that
It's
shit.
cool to risk your life and stand outside all day, but it ain't cool to go to work.
I'm telling you, it's
Like
the shit backwards.
we backwards as shit for real. You really sit down and think about it. It's just like fuck we doing for real. Like it's really cool to risk. I be telling them dog, like it's cool. People think it's cool to risk your life and your freedom
Right.
just for some clothes or a car
This for the
or a watch or a chain,
clout.
or some clout. But it's not cool to just go to get your CDL, go to work, go to
You like
school,
a square for that.
get
I'm
a
telling
trade.
you, bro.
You look wild for that. Females won't even fuck with you for that. Some. I'm not gonna say all, cause some females like a guy that's got his shit going
9
on.
to 5 or
You
something
know what
like
I'm
that.
saying? But some females won't even look at the nigga that go to work every day, but chase the nigga that's
Putting
chasing.
hands or
Not even
cheating
that.
or
Chasing the nigga that's chasing jail or death.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga that might not be here tomorrow.
Right. Can we talk about? I know you did a sometime. Can you, if you want to, can you talk about what got you incarcerated?
I got incarcerated for robbing an armored truck back in 2012. It's tripping. You know what I'm saying? On some young, irrational thinking shit.
Nah,
Tripping.
So let's talk about that process of. I guess you said you got incarcerated for robbing an armored truck. You get in trouble. You get locked up. You go to jail. Talk about life. How much time you did?
Did 4.5 years.
And let's talk. Can you talk about? I guess in a little. How can you talk about the life in jail? Like how was that? Because this was your first time doing
That was my first bid,
your
yeah.
first bid. So definitely talk about that process and how was the day-to-day life and what was going on.
Yeah, imagine like waking up at 4:30 in the morning, bruh, and it's breakfast time. You know what I'm saying? Or 4:30 in the morning, you gotta go to court. They wake you up to go to court. You don't have court until 2:00. They wake you up at 5:00 to get ready to get on the bus
Right.
to go sit in the bullpen for the next 6 to 10 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit is crazy. Shit like that. And waking up, it's a nigga farting and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's the whole bunch of just wild shit in that joint, bro. Like, for me, for the most part, it went smooth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't really had no issues, no,
Right.
like, traumatizing situations or none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The most I got into was like 2 fights the entire time I was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta know how to carry yourself.
Right. Respect.
That's anywhere.
Right.
Man, respect, man. That's real.
So let's talk about I guess what's going on mentally. You find out your bond is this number that you or your mom, your peoples can't
Yeah.
put up.
Yeah.
This your first time It's looking like you're gonna sit down for a while.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Let's say what's going through your head after the conversation with your people that said we can't do it. We don't have it. We can't put it up. What's mentally?
Man, it's crazy at this point, you hear me, bro? It's like, damn, I'm really stuck in this junk, and then I'm not knowing like when I'm going home. Like,
So at this point, you ain't sentenced.
I ain't sentenced to nothing. Like,
So
I haven't even been to court. I don't know what's going on. I'm still in state custody.
Right.
So the feds actually picked my case up from the state. You know what I'm saying?
So is it a better thing for them not to pick it up?
Yeah.
So you at this point you hoping that they
At
don't
this
pick
point,
it up.
I didn't even think about the feds. You know what I'm saying?
So you think you're
Like,
just gonna do
I'm
state?
thinking about to do a state bid. I know it's 65% of that. You get paroled out. Boom. When I paid for my lawyer, he came to see me the first time he come to see me. He like, man, yeah, I think the federal agents gonna come pick this one up. Like, the feds? What? He like, yeah, man, y'all robbed the armor truck. That's a federal charge.
Right.
Boom. I'm like, damn. That's 80. I had my cousin was at this time was already in the feds.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I already knew like, now you gotta do 85% of your time. And
But you ain't even get sentenced at this point. So
I don't even know how much time I'm facing with them yet. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
With the state we had about 12 charges. Fucking possession of firearms, robbery, conspiracy to robberies, all this shit. So I'm right there like, damn. Get this, same shit. Couple charges. And it took them like 3 months to come get me. But when they did come get me, I sat in Baltimore. It's a federal holding spot in Baltimore. So I'm over that joint. This joint, that was the filthiest jail I've ever been in my life. So I'm talking these roaches in there, bruh. You could hear them crawling through the vents.
Right.
That joint was filthy, bruh. For real. One shower. It's 24 of us on the unit. It's one shower in the unit. So if you ain't one of the first niggas in the shower, you fuck around, take a cold shower.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was food fucked up. Like, trash.
So how long you stay there?
I was there for like 13 months.
So you did you did a lot of your bid there.
Yeah.
And then from there, that's still state.
That was federal shit.
Oh, it's
at
federal,
that time.
okay.
Yeah.
And then you get transferred out to.
And then from there, they put me on the plane. I'm in shackles on the plane and all that. Took me to Oklahoma.
Oh, let's talk about that because now you're in a different dynamics, right?
Yeah, and that shit
There's
was
probably
way
a lot more white people. Is it a culture shock?
Yeah, you could say that because in Baltimore, that's basically like all black staff, all black COs and shit.
But with feds, are there more? Is there more of us, or is there a mix?
As far as what?
Let's say inmates.
Inmates. It's more, of course, black and brown skin in there.
It's more
there.
there. But my thing is, you go in Oklahoma, it might be
Oklahoma. That joint was it's like a federal holdover. So you got people coming from all over the United States.
So you ain't sitting down
I stayed there for like a week.
Oh, so it's not one of those.
So it was a holdover.
Okay.
So that was just my landing spot until I get designated, and I went to Gilmore, West Virginia. That's where I did the rest of my time at.
Okay.
That shit right there, that was.
So they flew you to Oklahoma just to go?
They flew me from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania to Oklahoma. Flew me back. I think we somewhere else in Pennsylvania to drive me to West Virginia.
So it's all about, I guess, is it about space? They needed, you had to wait for a bed or something like that?
Yeah, I guess it's some bed space shit or however. I don't know. A lot of people they make do that shit for some reason. I don't know. It's just a thing they do.
So you get to, I guess, your last spot. You was in West Virginia. Yeah. How was that? And then you stayed there, what, 2 years?
I stayed there like 3 years.
3 years, and how was that? I guess process. So when you initially get in there, I guess people don't know who you are, so they gotta kind of get you and the person gotta kind of get used to your environment. So what goes on your first day? Let's talk about your first day.
My first day, I got there late at night. So it's probably we got on the compound, got like our bed rolls and all that. Got on the compound probably like 3 a.m. or so. So we get thrown in the cells, lock in, get your cell. Boom. I wake up the first thing in the morning, come out. It's breakfast time. You know how it is.
Everybody looking at you.
How it is in the feds. When you knew it was like a bus. When we was at a bus came every Tuesday, I believe Tuesday night, and you see all the new dudes coming in. Right. So you usually see the new dudes at breakfast, but if you up in the end of your unit, when they come in, you see them. Boom. So when y'all come out, you like, hey, what's up? Where you from? You find out, I'm from here, from Maryland, from DC. I'm from, all right, cool. Your homies over there. So that's how it is.
Kind of section out.
That's how it is. You with your homies.
Even if they're not your homies, if you from DC, you automatically.
You from DC, PZ, this little area right here.
You going over there.
That's who you with. Either that or you gonna be Muslim or you with the Christians.
Oh, so they automatically y'all do it yourselves or?
Yeah, so it's automatic. It's just an unspoken rule, like with your homies.
So let me touch base on that real quick because I know in DC or in just any neighborhood that issues, beefs, all that stuff go out the window.
I mean, it don't really.
Or it's on pause.
It ain't really on pause.
So they might
because if it's up with the nigga that shot your man on the streets and y'all see each other in jail, then boom, it's gone. But if y'all do decide that I'm gonna stay out your way, you gonna stay out my way, our hood's beefing, but I don't really know you like that, so it ain't really up.
But you ain't protecting them neither.
But now when it go there, if me and you from the same place and I see somebody from wherever, from Michigan or Ohio somewhere, and they jumping you or they attacking you, I have to assist you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if me and you beefing and you did do something to me out there. If I see it and I don't help you, the homies on my ass about it.
Every time, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's just that's the law in that jump.
So let's talk about books. I know a lot of times people kind of read books to kind of pass their time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what books you read?
I think the best book I read is The Secret.
I know that book. Something about you, I guess you're thinking
it's
and
law of attraction.
Right, there you go.
Yeah, like all this manifestation and all that stuff that people talking about, law of attraction. I read The Secret, 48 Laws of Power, Art of War, what the fuck? I read so many books, bro. Like, I read everything to know about the music business.
Did you write music in there?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of. That's why I ain't gonna lie. I actually started I'm not saying I started making music in jail, but that was like a spot where I say I'm gonna just take it serious. It was like, you know how they say you gotta have a plan coming out. That was my plan.
I know a lot of times when I even speaking with people who has been incarcerated or locked up, a lot of times they feel like they can't get no inspiration when they in jail or they locked up, just because their environment.
Right. I mean, I could get it, I guess, but I was around some creative people.
Okay.
In jail.
Right.
People that was actually writing. People that's writing books.
Right.
You got authors that was writing, make books in jail.
No, I know.
So I guess it's each his own. I always had family support.
Mm-hmm.
My men had family support the way we getting books in, magazines, shit that's keeping our mind out there, keeping us oh damn, we was looking at the reefs and shit in the DuPont registries. We looking at big ass houses in these different magazines. So we damn, all right, I can get this. So we keeping our minds how the fuck can we get this when we get out there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just stand. So we're making music in there. It's all right, I'm about to rap about these Balenciagas that I seen in the GQ magazine. Or I'm about to write about this car that I seen in this magazine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can always be creative. It's like they say, my body was trapped. My mind was never.
Mind wasn't.
My mind was never.
Right.
I would never say yeah, I'm a jail nigga. I really don't even like talking about this shit. Even now, you get what I'm saying? I don't mind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't even keep dwelling oh yeah, I was locked up. I was out the feds. Nah, I ain't.
Right.
Fuck, that shit ain't, like I said, once again, making some stupid shit cool.
Make some
you know what I'm saying? I ain't on that.
I know the new thing is about prison reform.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on it? And if there was some just fucked up situation that you've seen in prison or being locked up that you wish you wouldn't wish on anybody?
Yeah, like I said, that jail when I was in Baltimore, bruh, that shit was the worst of the worst. It wasn't no fucking air in the summertime. The heat really ain't working in the wintertime. You got one shower for 24 men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Them conditions like that, I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to wait. I remember one time someone was so fucking hot. I woke up and put my bed on the floor and just laid by the toilet and kept flushing it because that's the only wind we
No
could
air?
feel.
Oh, my
No
Lord.
air, bro.
Oh.
I swear to God, bro. Like that shit
So,
right there.
so what type of, I guess, mental you gotta have? Like you said before, it is mental. So, what type of mental toughness that you gotta have, or better yet, what is jail mostly mental than physical for most people?
It's more mental than physical because if you could think, you ain't even gotta use your physical abilities.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? If I can, I know how to just sit back, watch the scene. These niggas over here is crash dummies. These niggas right here is the good men I could vibe with, I could build with. These niggas over here is doing this, that, and the third. They get high, they doing this, that. And I'ma stay away from that. So mentally, I already done figured this shit out.
So, can you stay out the way?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you can stay out the way.
Without issues coming to you.
It's all about how you carry yourself, how you carry yourself, and that's it. It's not even really about who you around, but could be about who you around because they tend to say birds of a feather flock together. So if you hanging with suckers, and you may not be a sucker, but you may be tested because you with some suckers.
Because you with them.
You know what I'm saying? But like I tell people, like you put yourself amongst people that's of your caliber. A 9 can't shoot a 22 bullet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just impossible. So I just try to, when I was locked up, I was actually taught that. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch who you hanging around because certain energy
can come towards
you because of the other person energy. And that could be this nigga acting too fucking tough. It ain't even that you be with suckers. You might be hanging with a nigga that's just too fucking tough. And he's mugging everybody. So now energy is being brought to y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I want you to prove that now.
Yeah, now nigga wants you to prove that. So within that, being yourself, which is also I think some mental shit. You know what I'm saying?
What advice you got for individual, maybe youth, older, never did a crime. Well, not never did a crime, but never did a bid. Got the gun in their hand, ready to go make a bad decision. And maybe they want to go hurt somebody. Maybe they want to go rob some. You know.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I think that, like, the advice I would have for you, like, is some people you can give advice to, they gonna take it or they not, right?
Right.
So if you're not gonna take it, my advice to you, which most people not, they got some shit made up in their mind. Most people not gonna take their advice. So my advice would be, just be prepared for whatever consequence comes from your action.
Right.
Be prepared for it. Don't be the guy that get this gun in his hand and get I gotta shoot somebody juice in them. You know what I'm saying? Or I gotta use it. If you just know that if you get caught for that shit, that you the one that got caught. Don't go telling on nobody. Don't cry about it later because you making that decision, and before you pull the trigger, you know what the fuck consequences come behind it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know that if you shoot somebody and you get caught, you can do. If you kill somebody, you get caught, you could potentially do life in jail. You know what I'm saying? So be prepared for whatever the fuck it is that
or retaliation, right?
You get what I'm saying? Or somebody be ready to smoke you because you killed their man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I would tell you, don't do it. Whatever you do,
right.
Don't risk it.
Right.
But if you going to do it, accept the consequences that come behind that shit.
So you in jail? So let's talk about your transitioning from being incarcerated to get back home. 'Cause I remember while listening to the interview, you might have heard from Wallow, right? He was talking about you damn near got to go and be insane. The shit that's in jail is backwards. And then when you come home, you got to kind of reprogram yourself to shit that's almost normal. So, what was your experience and what was your transition back to your family, back into freedom, openness?
So I think I had kind of like a smooth transition, right? Because I always, like I said, I had the family support the whole time I was in. So my transition was smooth. The hard part was like coming out here and people not really fully aware of what's going on around them out here. Like from being
So
incarcerated,
your head is on a swivel.
yeah, when you really aware of like your space between another person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be up on your hip because I'm aware.
Right.
I'm not gonna bump into you because I'm aware. I'm always constantly watching shit. So when I'm around people that's not, or me just when I was freshly coming out, being around people that's not conscious of certain things that they doing, even their tone, the way they speaking to somebody,
can be an issue.
Can be an issue.
Or get someone killed or hurt.
Get you killed. A certain word can get you smacked or beat up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so me, I had like a big ass shield up a little bit,
right?
Just to keep certain shit like, all right, watch this shit. Like even when I go to clubs now, it's like if I ain't in the section, I'm not enjoying myself,
right?
Because it's too much going around. I can't really assess the situation correctly.
Right,
you get what I'm saying? Like I need to know what's going on. I need to see what's going on. So if I'm in a room full of people I don't know, it's easy for me to walk into it because it's like when I walk into a bullpen with 30 niggas I don't know, I ain't like timid or none of that. I'm just observing this shit. So I do the same thing now. Come home, I walk into a room full of people and I don't just straight be the life of the party. I'm trying to see like who up in this now.
Is that how much is that is strategy? How much of it is personality?
I think 80% of that shit like my personality. Though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm laid back and I don't like what they would call cutting into people. You know what I'm saying? Like just going right up to you, just hollering at you like, hey, what's up, what up? Because I don't know what type of energy you got.
You gonna bring.
So I'd rather just sit back, watch. Let me see the energy. Who's the person that look like they a little approachable, who ain't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be approachable for most part,
right?
Depending. And I just like this. Like I said, I like to catch the energy. I'm a vibe type nigga.
And that's one thing about me too. I like the vibe. That's why when we even spoke about the interview, I'm like, I'd rather do it there. I like to see the energy. I like to. I feed off energy and vibes a lot. You know. I know you said you was in jail. You kind of got started with the music thing. But let's talk about first why music. I mean, I'm sure you're talented, and I'm sure other areas you could have pursued. And let's talk about why music and what's the process. What's your music making process?
I said I chose music. I was around music growing up, like in my teen years. My man, they was rapping. They had studios in their basements and shit like that. So while I was incarcerated, I met my man Sean Branch. Sean Branch introduced me to my man Face Laney. This nigga was like that, like rapping. This man is like that, bro. For real, flat out. So Sean heard me rapping. He's like, man, it's a homie, and he'd sleep in his room down here. I never knew he rap. We all in the same unit. I didn't even know bro was like into that shit. So introduced me to him. Then I started listening to him make music, and I'm like, damn. I started writing little shit. We had a band room. We had MP3 players.
Oh, you had all that? Okay.
Yeah, we had all that shit. So while we in there, I'm recording. I mean, I record. We performing. Like, we doing real performances on this compound and all that shit, bro. Like, I swear I got a picture. I got to find that shit. It's us performing. It's like 300 niggas on the compound watching us perform, bro. Like, for real. So that shit from right there, it's like, damn, I like this shit. People like coming up to me like, damn, so I know you can rap. I like that shit. So that's where it started at. And then fast forward, I'm coming home. Or fast forward in between that, me and my man Lane, we planning like what I'm doing now, basically.
Oh, you planned it out? We
planned this shit. You know what I'm saying? And the studio here.
Nah, it's definitely love, though.
This shit was here when I came home. This is the first studio I've been to since I've been home, man. I don't even go to too many other studios.
I mean, it don't make sense, though.
Yeah.
You got everything right here. Let's talk about albums, and was there any albums that influenced you, or just influenced you? What's some significant albums that you heard that change? Maybe change your thought process. Change
my thought process as far as what?
Just mental. Like when I think about 444, Jay-Z album.
Okay, you talking about like that?
Maybe that album was putting game on to people.
I ain't gonna lie, a joint like rest in peace to Slim. Rest in peace to him with Nipsey Hussle. That victory lap shit.
That drink go hard.
Like, the shit he talking about. If you can really hear and really listen to what he's saying, bro, like he kind of like giving you the game on that tape.
100% giving the game.
Like giving it for real, from different levels though. You know what I'm saying? So like as I was listening to it, just like turned up like a hustle, like really turned the hustle up. For real.
He definitely did.
You know what I'm saying?
I always think about that album like almost a West Coast of Jay-Z. You know what I mean? A West Coast he giving it and Jay giving it on the East Coast, but it almost feel like the same album, two different perspectives. You know?
It was two different age groups as well.
Two different age groups.
And Nipsey still giving you like that young, not that young shit, but like some young street get money shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, 100%. On your blues, on the blues track you did, right? You talking about how much you love the money, right? What are three things you value more than money?
My name, my family, and my freedom.
Why your name?
My name, cause your reputation, how they say your reputation precedes you.
It gets there before you get there.
So when they hear my name, I don't want it to be no bullshit on my name, no mud. Like, oh man, this man don't do no good business, or this man is or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or he hot. He told on somebody, or I want to continue to be able to live how I live. I want you when you hear Chink the Champ, or you hear my real name.
He a good man.
You hear my head, good man. He a stand up man. He's solid. Do for his family. He did. He fuck with it. When he say he fuck with you, he fuck with you. He loyal you. Like that's what I want you to hear when you hear my name. So that's why I say my name is more important than money. Because some people will put money over their name and then do anything
to get to
get the money. You know what I'm saying?
Snake
their man
out, their family.
Snake their family, steal from their mother.
Yeah, we don't do that.
So my name is more important than the bag.
100%. What separates friends from acquaintances?
What separate a friend? A friend I could bring my friend to my mother's house, and I go to my friend's mother's house
and feel safe, right?
And feel safe. I feel as though if I know where your mother live at, bruh, we really friends,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
for real,
right.
Acquaintances are just somebody that
see in the past,
I just bump into. We may not even have each other number. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But that's where I hold that friendship thing too is like real close to me though. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really say I got a lot of friends. I got people I fuck with.
Right.
But everybody's not my friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I learned that young. My mother used to always tell me that everybody ain't your friend.
Right.
So just you gotta watch people. Some people are just associates, acquaintances, and just other people.
So how strong is that those family ties to you? How sacred are those family ties to you?
Shit, that's all you got. I know it's at one point that's all I had. You know what I'm saying? I had a few friends that is like family, and I got my family. And sometimes that's all you be having. At the end of the day, you might have some dudes that look at it like some dudes that have a girl and then they choose their girl over their family. But when they break up with that girl,
you still gotta go.
You still your family right there. At the end of the day, like, come on, your dumb ass. I told you.
Right,
you know
right,
what I'm saying? I told you.
Also on one of your blues tracks, you rap "No New Friends." No new friends, right? And in this day and age, it's a lot of things I've been hearing about certain interviews, other people interviews about they day ones, and some take their day ones with them. Some been feeling like it's been overrated. Some feels like some of them is just looking for just a ride with them, and they not providing anything for them. So talk about that.
It's funny. I talked about that shit on my grandma a little minute ago. Like that day one shit. I got I got my best friend. This been my man since we was 5 years old.
Right.
We 28 now, both of us.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And my me been with me while I was big, and that's my day one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But then I got other people that was in certain places at day one me jumping off the porch. You know what I'm saying? But some of them not even there now.
Right.
But then I got people that I met, like I said, while I was locked up. That's like my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for real, my brother. So like sometimes I don't really look at the day one shit. You can look at it certain ways. It could be overrated. It could be what it is. Like I'm gonna take most of my day ones with me.
Right.
But then I got people that I got from that's new people.
That also.
But when I say no new friends, no new faces, I'm thinking from like a street point. When I say that, you get what I'm saying? Like, and that shit is you can't just be having new friends when you doing illegal shit.
Right.
Shit that's cutthroat.
Right.
Shit that niggas will backdoor you about a lot of money. You can't have no new nigga you just met today around $1 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or $100,000 or $50,000 because he might want that. You don't know this man from a can of paint. So that's when I say no new friend, no new face. I was speaking of a street point of view, but in a business point of view, on the legal side, legit side, new friends. They say your net worth. Your network determines your net worth.
Net worth, yep.
So
I wrote that shit down one time.
Yeah, for real. So you gotta have, and you gotta know how to decipher the two.
So I think that's good information that you did provide, because it's some people do feel that because they are the day ones, they should come along for the ride. But do you think if they coming along for the ride, should they provide some type of something? Should they contribute something other than just being a date? Just because I knew you since elementary and you've been my dog and you helped me, it doesn't mean you able to go the distance.
But see now,
what are they providing? So I believe what you're saying.
You could be providing just that mental for me.
Okay.
You could be that person I know you my man, you gonna hold shit down for me.
Okay.
On this type of time,
okay.
I know if I could call you, bro. I need you to go pick up my mother from the doctor office. I'm doing a show. Can you go do that for me, bro?
Right.
And you do that. You get
so that's different. He's providing. He's providing. They're giving you something. He's doing stuff, but not a person that's basically riding.
But if you a leech, no,
that's what. No. There you go. Better word.
I don't care if you my fucking family member. You get what I'm saying? If you a leech, you a leech.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And that's one thing I think people fail in certain things, especially money wise. They allow people to be leeches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's your family or because my best friend, all right, cool. My best friend, this nigga, he got his own thing going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He do his own thing. Mm-hmm. He don't need me.
Right.
Only thing we need each other for is that real friendship.
Right.
Be my brother. That's what I need you for.
Okay. He not really asking for much neither. If
he
doing his own thing.
If I do for you, that's all the strength of me. It's all the strength of our love. You get what I'm saying? It's not because I'm obligated or you obligated to do something for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just off the love. Now, if you moving like that, there's nothing wrong. Bring your day one with you wherever you go. If that's how you feel about it. But if it's just like you said, day one that's
leeching.
Hey, brother, let me get $25, and I give it to you. Then you ask me again tomorrow for $25. I give it to you, and you ask me next week. Keep asking, you become a leech.
Right.
That's when you have to start watching niggas like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You also said something about thinking basic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me the difference between a basic mindset and a growth mindset. Or what you was talking about as far as basics.
Thinking basic, like thinking I would like to think outside the box, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's do something that ain't been done.
Mm-hmm.
When I say thinking basic, it could be. I'm thinking being content with what we got going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or being content with all right, well, anybody can go get some pack and sell some pack. That's some basic thinking shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go get some shirts and do some shit like that.
Right.
Let's think bigger
outside
than what
the box.
Fuck. Let's think bigger than what we is now.
And do what we see. Right.
That's
right.
All right, right now y'all got a job, but I'm thinking tomorrow
I'm gonna own it.
I wanna own this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that.
Right.
So let's not think basic, let's think big.
But when you say that, I think about, because sometimes there be these memes going around how motherfuckers will praise you. They'll praise you for your job, to get a job. Not that it's bad, but then won't support you when you
start
a business.
That's that thinking basic thing. It's basic, like, that's the basics, get a job.
Right.
That's average. That's the average thing for everybody. That's what the average person wants. You get what I'm saying? It's a good job.
And I say this all the time. A lot of the times, people in our culture, we kind of what's that word I'm looking for? We're always just surviving. Like we never can just get to the point where we just thriving. We have a just surviving mindset.
And the funny thing is, I think that shit changing now, right? Because I see it. I've been saying over the time, especially since I've been home this last 4 years, entrepreneurship has been building.
It's been on the rise.
You know what I'm saying? People are becoming entrepreneurs and shit like that. So I really think like basic thinking is I think as a people, I think we are going away from just basic thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because now people are opening their mind. Like, I can start me a shea butter joint. I can start this.
I can make this much.
I can make candles. I can make hookah. And
I said that too. A few people we even know that just starting businesses and stuff like that. I'm like, yo, that's dope. You know, because we program everything into 40 hours. If I do 40 hours here, make this is how much I make it. Versus what I can make if I put my own product on it
for them 40 hours.
For them 40 hours. What, you know what I mean?
Exactly. How hard I'm gonna go for myself, and there's nothing wrong. Like, I don't want to say,
we ain't gonna knock
like
the 9
we
to 5.
bashing the 9 to 5, because I got 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want nobody to think that we bashing it, but it is good to have. There's nothing wrong with thinking forward. And when we say thinking ahead, it could be thinking for my kids
and your
my kids.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I think that a lot of us don't do, because everybody got this YOLO's mindset. You only live once.
No, but that's the just surviving mindset. I'm only concerned about me and what's going on with me right now. Not thinking about my grandchildren, my children's children. We not putting up wealth for them. And one thing I always say, I think even in the community, we don't even have life insurance. You know how much if a person put life insurance and they have $1 million policy, I die, my kids get $1 million. That can change the whole trajectory of where my kids is gonna. You know what I mean? Now they got $1 million.
Facts.
They can split it. My son get 5. My other son get 5. And now that can start the process of building. And we don't even we do GoFundMe, and that's what drives me crazy. We can create wealth just with a life insurance, bro.
Bro, if you look at this shit, bro, like me and my man talk this shit all the time, bro. Niggas would go out, and I always see this little meme. People, you would go out with 10 of your men. All y'all niggas will have $1,000 on y'all, at least.
Right, no, right.
And go spend all that shit in the club. Every single damn y'all gonna spend that shit on the strippers. Y'all supporting the hustle, I respect that. It's cool, support the hustle.
Right.
But y'all gonna spend on the strippers. You gonna buy a rack of bottles. You gonna buy you a flags outfit. You gonna spend you a rack of money when you go out.
Right.
All y'all could have just put that money to some type of business.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
100%.
And everybody could have had some type of ownership in that business. Now, niggas in the streets, we know we do wrong.
Right.
We got shit going. We got niggas be having money, bruh, but will not do shit with it.
Right.
Won't niggas be thinking they doing something with it because they taking the trip, because they got a car, because they got nice clothes, but don't be doing shit with the money. Like when you sitting down in a jail and motherfuckers playing thing with that money, they ain't trying to send that money. You could have had you a business partner if you'd have put that same energy into that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I think we want things quick.
Niggas want instant gratification.
We want fast.
That's why the
money.
fuck I went to jail, because I wanted some fast money. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So with that thinking, and then when you start making fast money, I know how that shit go. Once you make fast money, it go fast, but at the same, you be thinking that it's gonna always be there.
Always be there. It's not.
But that's not how it is. Because one is here one day and it's gone the next. You be having a good shit be going well for a couple months, a year or two, then it hit a drought. You sick because you weren't fully prepared for that drought. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now your your what you call that, your bills and all that shit. You gotta pay them.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can't get no work. Now you spending money and you ain't really making no money.
Making it, so you.
But you could have had this business over here running
Stuff. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Letting your money make. That's what I'm learning now. Make your money make money for you.
But you know what it is? A lot of us, and there's no hit on our parents and stuff like that. It's just we're taught to be employees versus boss or ownership.
Facts.
We're taught to go work for somebody and go get your 401k
and retire at 65 and that's be dead at 80.
Right, but that's why. But like you said, there's been a shift lately where people don't want to work at a job for 40 years anymore, and then start to live.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. Talk about some of your challenges, just pursuing the music.
My thing be like time, and like time for like family shit, time for like just anything outside of music. Cause with this shit, it's 24/7, and not only doing it 24/7, but you think about this shit 24/7. Like, how the fuck am I about to do this? Cause in all actuality, the shit that I'm sacrificing is the time with my peoples, but I'm working to set them up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's no like, option to fail.
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's like that's the pressure a little bit, even though it's no pressure. You know what I'm saying? That's like really my biggest thing. Like, just I'm missing this, that, and the third. But I know that when I keep going and I keep pushing, I keep doing this, that, and the third, they gonna be happy as shit about it. Cause then they ain't gotta wake up at 7 in the morning to go to work.
Go to work and stuff like that.
You know what I'm saying? They just cool the kids and go to school.
So does that keep you from, not to say that you thought of quitting, but does that keep you motivated and keeps you want to keep going? Because you know I could give moms this and she gonna be good. Your moms could quit that job, that 2 or 3 jobs she's been working for, or I can pay her for all the time when I was incarcerated or whatever, and she helped me. Moms, pops, aunts, or whoever. Right. I mean, so is that one of the things that keep you from quitting? Or
that's definitely a motivating factor for me. Like I said, just seeing, like, knowing that my family gonna be happy. That's
right. Nah,
sure
I dig
I ain't quitting shit.
What were some of the most important lessons that you learned in your journey? Whether it's music or whether it's just your life journey, just getting you to this point. What are some important lessons that you've learned?
Make the decisions. Make the right decisions. Like, when you know something ain't right, don't do it.
Go with your gut.
Yeah, just go with your gut. When it don't feel right, just go with that shit. And listen. Listen. That's one thing. Like, if we listen more to people that we talk more than we listen, bro. We only got one mouth, but we got 2 ears. But niggas still use their mouth more than they use their ears. So like, you listen to the people before you. I feel like you will prosper more, especially if the people before you was on some positive shit.
Right. No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
What is who's the biggest? I guess the biggest influence in your life. Like, who's been the biggest influence in your life to the man you are right now?
I can't say one person specific, but like, cause like I said, I got so many people around me, bro. Like that, I take so much from. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really pinpoint just one person, but it's definitely my circle. You know what I'm saying? My mother,
definitely,
big brothers, uncles, and shit like that. Sisters.
How much do you plan for the future? Are you into goal setting and setting goals and crossing them off? And how much of the future are you planning? How much ahead are you planning for the future? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? You know, 'cause without goals, you know, they saying that, you know, you kind of could be all over the place if you don't have no goals.
You don't have no goals, because your goals kind of like your boundaries a little bit. I definitely am. I'm definitely goal oriented, and I definitely like I said, like I was saying earlier, people do that. You only die. You only live once. Thing. Like I believe you only die once.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every day I wake up, I'm living.
You live another day.
So
right?
I'm always forward thinking. I'm always thinking like I got $100 a day. Try to have 75 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have 50 on Wednesday. Thursday I last 25 because Friday I'm gonna get this check.
Right.
I'll be back up. That's my. You know what I'm saying? Or that's just like I said. That's how I'm thinking. Just constantly forward thinking. And this music shit. All right, I might have dropped something today. Probably shoot a video in 2 weeks. Drop a single. Drop something, video, single. So it's just like constant thinking. Then in life, all right, well, I've been home 4 years. My 5th year, I'll be on probation. That's all I've been planning. Like, this last 5 years, man, my plan was stay the fuck out of the way, get off probation.
So you was incarcerated for 4 and they gave you 5 probation?
Yeah, I got 5 years probation.
So damn near 9 years you dealing with them?
Yeah, 9.5 years that they didn't took.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't say took 'cause I'm home now, but it's still like my movements is kind of
they limited. You gotta get permission to leave?
I gotta get permission to go anywhere in the United States. I ain't even tried to go out the country yet because that shit just is gonna be a hassle to get a passport and go through all this court shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And another interview I watched of yours, you said in 2018 I guess your biggest accomplishment was I think you did a walk for which one of your homeboys for I guess a young lady that was killed. I know a lot of things in 2020 been going on. We got the pandemic, and what's some of your biggest accomplishments so far in 2020?
2020, I dropped my first tape. I dropped the tape in 2020. What's the biggest accomplishment of 2020 though so far? Shit, we lived through this corona shit. That's like an accomplishment within itself. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a blessing, bro.
Right now, I can't even think of my biggest accomplishment of the year yet. Besides dropping my first tape.
Nah, that's dope.
I dropped my first tape in 2020, like March 17, 2020. I dropped my first project, so that's like my biggest accomplishment.
That's dope. As far as other youth or people that want to get in this music business, what's some advice that you have for those that want to? I know you ain't where you want to be right now, but just from those that's saying today, hey, I want to go rap, I want to go whatever. What's some advice that you gonna have? What's some of the things you've learned so far?
Be yourself. Pay attention to not what people say, but how people move. Because you're going to have a lot of people come up to you, especially if you got some type of talent and they can see it. You have so many people come up to you like, hey, Mark, I can help you do this, that, and the third. Yeah, I met this person, bro. I done been in contact with this person. But you got to know, like, you got to be from the show me state. If you can't show me, get the fuck on. That's how you got to carry this shit. Because you're going to have so many people that's going to be wasting your time. That's the one thing you do not want to waste with this shit. Do not waste your time.
And I was listening to somebody else interview, and they was kind of talking about how they got so many people that asked to put them on, but then or show their work or show their clothes, whatever. Then they go on Instagram and they see one post with one shirt. So you want me to put you on because I get paid to put people on, but you only got one shirt. Like you ain't even put the work in to be considered. For me to put you on and say your name.
And that's another thing I should say to them, that advice for them other artists. Have some work ethic. You have to have work ethic. You have to have shit to show people. Even like you want people to show you something, you have to have something to show as well. You know what I'm saying? Like you saying, you can't be an artist and when I go on your page, I don't see shit about music.
Right.
Don't be a producer DMing me saying listen to your beats and you don't have not one beat on your joint. It don't make sense. It don't add up. So nobody gonna take you serious because they don't think you taking yourself serious. You know what I'm saying?
One of your songs I listened to was I guess for my youngins, right? Thought it was definitely dope, inspirational. What prompted you to want to even
I think what the fuck? What was going on at the time? It was something going on. Like it was a couple deaths like back to back in the city or something. You know what I'm saying?
They've
And
been coming. They listen.
like within the last probably 36 hours, but like damn near 7 people got killed. I think.
Listen, I know.
And that's within this, like I said, this last 36 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just been going. It's just shit just been crazy out here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And from us, you know how where we work at, from working with these juvenile youths that's incarcerated. Them conversations that I really be having with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like on a normal, it's about just change and shit. If you got beef with somebody, bruh, if I look at it like certain things you can come back from.
Mm-hmm.
It's certain things that a conversation can be had to squash. Certain things. Now, if somebody do harm to you or one of your loved ones, in the Bible and the Quran, whatever you read, that shit says eye for an eye. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to things like that, I can understand the mindset of retaliation for real.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But when it's something of somebody may have stole something from you or somebody may have beat you up or whatever the case may be, conversations can be had. Or if you, so like I said, somebody beat you up, y'all can fight again. You ain't gotta go smoke that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's like some of the things that I was speaking on in that song to my youngest. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going by Balenciagas, go focus on your credit. If somebody told me that shit at 18, you know what I'm saying? My credit would be fucking 850 right now. You know what I'm saying? But instead, the misinformation we getting is, man, go buy them, go buy all the phone pauses you can get, go buy all the sob shit you can get.
I'm telling you,
You know what I'm
that's what we
saying?
was
Buy all the
talking about.
bullshit
The
you can
negative
get.
shit we promote.
So, and with me knowing like all that shit, like where I've been through all that shit, I'm telling you that if you the youngin', I'm telling you, like everything you've been through, I've been in the field, been ducking indictments, then did all this shit. I'm telling you, like this shit dumb as shit. This is what I'm telling you as a youngin'. Like I've been thinking about, like when you jump off the porch, people tell you like, yeah, you can go to jail, you can die, or you can get rich, or you see people up, you see niggas. I know I seen people riding around in BMWs, Cadillac trucks, and all this shit. Niggas, you know what I'm saying? But when I went through and got my experience, they don't get to tell you all the little
Fuck the lonely nights, probably.
PTSD shit you gonna suffer from this shit. Your men incarcerated for 10, 15, 20, 30 years. They get life at 20. You get what I'm saying? You don't never see your man again. Your man get killed. You don't never see your man again. Like the mental shit you gonna go through, like on your soul, on your that's gonna be on your brain forever. Cause it's somebody that, like, I be thinking about this shit. I got 2 of my closest men, like, now they locked up. I miss these niggas to death, dog. Like,
Effort or talent? What?
effort.
Effort over talent?
Effort over time. Cause, what's the saying?
What's the,
Effort. I forget how the shit go, but it's basically like something beats talent with talent. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard.
Don't work hard.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely effort over talent with me. Because if you putting in the shit, you can learn how to do anything over time. If you putting in the work, you working out, eventually you gonna get in shape. But if you just get in shape and stop working out, eventually you gonna get back out of shape.
You gonna get
So you can have all the talent in the world, but if you ain't putting effort in, nobody ever gonna see it. Nobody ever gonna know about it.
Right.
It don't matter at that point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You know about like self-limiting beliefs?
Like, I can't do this because I'm too short type shit.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? It's a lot of us, and I think that goes back to what we was talking about we look at things differently. But some of the self-limiting beliefs for some people like that. Do you have some, I guess, self-limiting beliefs that in a beginning held you back?
Nah, I think I got some confidence within me. You know what I'm saying? I really feel like I can do anything.
Right.
Like anything.
Where do you think that come from? People's.
I think it came from, honestly, bro. Like growing up, like I played sports growing up. I played football, basketball, and shit like that. and I always was good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like always a practice, but I was like good for real. You know what I'm saying? I never sat on the bench in no sport I ever played. I never sat on the bench. So like, I just been good at shit. So like, like even with this music shit, like I ain't say I'm like the best of the best or none of that shit. But even starting out, like I had like some. I ain't say I was the best. I wasn't good for real starting out. But as the overtime came, I got good. And that's how I just am with everything. So I had that in my mind. Like anything I try, like put effort to, I'm gonna be good at it. So that's just me. But
so what makes you feel comfortable in a room, or even in that music room, or just around individuals that you may feel like you said you might not be the best, but what still makes you feel comfortable in those rooms with people?
Like I said earlier, just knowing myself. You know what I'm saying? I know what I can do, and I'm just gonna do what I can do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to do no extra. I'm not gonna try to do no less.
Right.
I'm gonna be me in any room I'm in.
Right.
Whether I'm in a room full of street niggas or I'm in a room full of businessmen, I'm just gonna be myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just being me.
Right.
Like, just knowing myself. I mean, just knowing exactly who I am, exactly what I can do, my abilities. I know my abilities. I know my strengths. So I'ma play to my strengths and away from my weaknesses.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. What do you think drives you want first? Do you consider yourself a success?
And
it don't have to be music.
I feel as though I'm a success. Cause I done came out here. I haven't been back to jail. Like, you know, that's part of the statistics. You know what I'm saying? Statistically, I shouldn't be sitting right here.
You should be back, right?
Statistically, I shouldn't be right here since I should be dead.
Right.
Statistically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They say we don't make it past 18, then they say we'll make it to 21, and we'll make it to 25. I'm 28, so
right.
I feel like I'm successful in beating some odds. You know what I'm saying? Especially through certain shit that I have been through.
So what drives that? What drives you? I know you said some part is your family and helping them. Other than that, what drives you to want to be successful?
Things that I seen growing up. Like, my father had a Porsche, BMW. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather had a BMW. Always drove nice cars and shit. So seeing that growing up just makes me want better for myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I like nice shit.
So I want to go back to, I know you said your pops, everybody, they always driving nice stuff. So I know in the beginning you said you caught we ain't really want to talk too much about it, but you caught your charge trying to rob whatever. So knowing that you had those things in front of you, you had access to the nice things, will make you still want to still do these, I guess, bad things to get those things, even with your family still providing.
So like, my father passed when I was 10.
Okay.
All right, so certain things, like from there,
went downhill.
It went down a little bit.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So you got two incomes in the home, turns into one income, taking care of everything. Right. So it go from I'm getting Jordans every. Okay. My foot was I was wearing a 5, so mom was able to get that when my father died. And then when I started wearing 7.5, 8, 9,
shit get expensive.
That shit expensive. $200 a shoe, $180 a shoe. Go from getting shoes every other week to getting shoes once a month to getting going down like that. You get what I'm saying? So, my little mindset was I like nice shit, bro. Right. So somehow I'm gonna keep that.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Not at all.
And then it just grew. Like, over time, as I got older, I started doing more and more shit that was negative. You know what I'm saying? That resulted in getting some type of money, but that was you know what I'm saying? So seeing it, though, from the initial seeing it, from the first 10 years, it's like, that shit can't stop now. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm hip. It's gonna be my last question. What legacy do you want to, I guess, leave behind? What do you want people to say about you when it's all said and done? 30, 40, 50, whatever. What you want your legacy how you want to leave your legacy, and what you want people to say about you when it's all said and done.
See, I definitely would like to leave like my kids some businesses, some real estate, some houses and shit.
I agree.
I want my kids. Like I don't really care what the outside say.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
Mm-hmm.
But my kids, I want them to see like that my father was my father.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was there. Like he ain't miss too much. He ain't miss no. They play sports. He ain't miss a game.
Right.
He ain't this, that, and the third. Whenever I wanted something, he got me. Whenever I was going through something, he was right there. You know what I'm saying? I want my family to be like, hey man, my brother, my son, or my uncle was this, that, and the third to me. He meant this, that. You know what I'm saying? For the rest of the world, man, he was a good man. Like he stood on what he believed. He stand for what he believe in. He gonna fight for himself. He gonna fight for his peoples. He made $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's the goal.
All that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Like he was respectful. He was all that. You know.
Right. Dope. So I wanna thank you for definitely allowing me to come into your space, interview you. I appreciate it. Like I said, if you need anything, any other things done, holler at me. Let me know. And yeah, appreciate that. So please subscribe to About That Action TV. Follow me on Instagram. I am About That Action. Let them know where you at.
You can follow me on Instagram, all social media platforms at Chink the Champ. Go subscribe to my YouTube, Chink the Champ. And it goes any streaming platforms is Chink the Champ. It's Google Chink the Champ. Matter of fact, that's it.
Let them you got your new single out.
Oh, my new single Dame. It's out on all streaming platforms.
Handsome Hustler.
The Handsome Hustle is out right now. That's a project I dropped in March. To My Youngest is out right now. I Did It is out right now. Everything is on all streaming platforms. Tidal, Spotify, Apple, all that shit.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate it again, good man. We're going to do this again.
Appreciate
it. We out. Thank you.
Take a 448 and I dunk it. Street niggas, street money, my budget. Dame dollar, I'ma give me a bucket. Dame dollar, I'ma give me a bucket. Know a meal on the way, I'm tryna rush it. Get a chain in the rollie and bust it. Big fifth, you know I'ma tuck it. Don't reach, I ain't going like nothing.